Well, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great morning so far. Maybe you're sitting up and drinking a nice cup of coffee. I had a pretty good stay, I think, at Spruce Peak Shelter, the cabin shelter last night. It was a unique shelter. Had the wood stove in there, had plenty of room for people on the bottom, and also had a loft. And trust me, it was well used. So probably the same thing that attracted me to the shelter attracted a lot of other people to the shelters. It was simply unique. People wanted to see it. They wanted to say they stayed in it, part of it. Then the other part is that it's supposed to rain last night. I think it did rain. I mean, everything's really wet, but I don't remember hearing it rain. So I got the rain jacket on today. The forecast appears to be kind of drizzly rain off and on. So I'll have the umbrella ready, and I'm gonna shed this jacket because it's just too hot. I mean, you just kind of build up heat inside the jacket. Temperature wise, probably in the 50s, I would say. And highs today probably in the upper 60s. But yeah, the stay was fine last night. Just a lot of people, and but no real regrets for staying there. It's just when you got a lot of people around, there's a lot of compromise that has to happen, you know. So you like to go to bed early. There's always somebody who wants to go to bed late. Just like there's a lot of people who wants to lay in bed till 8 or 9 o'clock, and I'm up at 5. So that's the compromise when you have a lot of people. Not everybody's on the same schedule. But overall good stay. So today's plan is we're going to go 17.6 miles. It's going to be a pretty good day, pretty long day, to another shelter. I think it's called Long Pond Shelter. This area is blessed with shelters. I mean, there's shelters so frequently, probably about every 4 to 6 miles, it seems like there's another shelter. Now, there's some places where they might be, in other states, I've seen them 10 on average apart, 10 miles apart. So, yeah, they're blessed with lots of shelters. But anyway, that's the plan. I'm going to Long Pond Shelter today, 17.6 miles. And the terrain will be pretty tough, actually. Right now we're on a smooth part, but we're getting ready to do a climb up Bromley Mountain. And that's a pretty significant climb. And we'll go from like, call it maybe 2,000 feet to 3,500 feet, 1,500 feet gain in a fairly short period of time. But we've got 2 of those. Up the first one, down, up the second one, down, and then we'll kind of smooth out and find our shelter. So that's kind of what we're looking at today. So I'm going to get an early start. It's about 6 o'clock right now, and get things going. So hope y'all are having a wonderful day, and we will look forward to sharing any cool stuff as we see it. This is called Bromley Brook. And we are headed up Bromley Mountain right now. We probably got 2.5 miles yet to go to the peak. And it's been kind of a long, steady climb so far. So we're gonna keep on pressing on. We'll catch up with you down the path. Okay, so we've cleared the woods on our climb up to Bromley. Just past the sign says Bromley Mountain. The peak of is 0.3 of a mile yet, so we'll be there shortly. But you can see, this has kind of been my curse. You get to a place where you should get a view, and it's socked in due to rain or whatever. So it's we really haven't had any rain to speak of this morning. Just drips from the trees around me, and now we're just kind of walking in a cloud. So let's get on up here to the peak and check it out. All right, folks, we've made it to the top of Bromley Mountain. Bromley Mountain is a ski resort, so obviously it's closed. It's June, but you have a big observation tower there, a ski patrol lodge right here, and I think it's actually unlocked so people can go in and kind of warm up if they have to. And this over here, this strange looking thing, would be a chairlift. So imagine chairlift coming in and rotating around and then going back down to the bottom of the mountain. So you get up here and you just ski off the top. So the views, we don't have any. So not gonna worry so much about that. I'm gonna go see if I can look inside this building for a second. I frankly am cold. I am cold. Of course, you got soaking wet with a cool breeze. So it's kind of what happens, I guess. So, yep, we're going to head back off the other side of this mountain. We got one more mountain similar to this one to climb for this day, and then we'll head off the backside of that one and find our shelter. So we got lots of work yet to do. I think we've done maybe a total of 6 miles so far. So there's we still got about 11 miles to go or more. So lots to do. All right, we'll check back with you a little bit later. All right, everybody, this is what the inside of that ski patrol cabin thing looks like. So they leave it open. I mean, I could have actually stopped here last night if I could have walked six more miles and up that mountain, which I don't think I was up for that. But a person could actually camped in here last night, took shelter in here last night. And I bet it would have been a little quieter than the shelter I chose, and certainly unique as well. But anyway, it's nice that they do that for folks. All right, we're gonna head on down the mountain and do it again. Okay, everybody. Whoa. Rocks wet. It's been brutal. It's just been, everything has been so wet. And we had about an hour of kind of a downpour rain. And needless to say, I'm totally soaked. But good news is we've just reached our second peak of the day, and everything from here should be relatively flat or kind of downhill. The bad news is, here's the views. Yeah, not so great. Got lots of bugs, you probably can see those. So we're just going to keep on marching on, and we'll make the best out of this day. I think the best that we can do to salvage this day is just get our miles in. I'm really thankful for this umbrella. It's the difference between being soaked and just being wet. So I'm pretty wet. I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of soaked too. Mostly on my sides and stuff as I had just brushed into other stuff, you know. So I'm pretty wet. All right, we're gonna head on down the hill and hope everybody's having a grand day. We'll see you in a bit. All right, folks, this is what I've been walking up for a little while here. It's rough. And the rocks are still a little damp. It's still of a mist that's going on. You see through the clouds that kind of surround us here. But, yeah, this has been rough. Believe it or not, I know these shoes are not very old, but they're not holding up on the grip like I'm accustomed. We got more to do, folks. Unbelievable. That's where we're going. All right, folks, I just turned left off of the Appalachian Trail and followed the sign to what will be our home for the evening. Now, I see a lot of good campsites here too. I'll have to understand the weather. I don't know, I kind of got a sense there's more chances for rain tonight, as there has been kind of all day today. But here's the shelter, which is wide open as an option. Now, there's been a group, I'd say of at least 4 people that I detected a herd behind me. Probably, I don't know, probably 5 miles out. So as soon as I heard them, and I knew this was going to be a small shelter, I said, they're not going to pass me. So I hate to compete that way, but I had to kick it in, because if you don't, then if you really want to stay in a shelter and there's, you know, 6 people or something or whatever, there's not going to be space. So I think this one sleeps probably 4 max, would be my guess. I mean, if you really squeezed up tight like sardines, you probably could do 5. I mean, it's raining right now. I don't know if you can see the rain coming down. So I'd prefer to put up a tent, but I don't want to put up a tent on ground that's already wet, and then of course the tent will be wet tomorrow. So this looks like a good place to be for me. So that's my plan. All right, I will settle in and I'll check back with y'all in a little bit. Well, it's just continued to rain and rain harder. So it's been a wet day today. And I'm so thankful that I was able to get through it. And got some video today, but you know, it was a little bit difficult with the wetness on the phone and all that sort of stuff. But it's okay. Had overall a good day. We ended up doing 17.7 miles, I would say, in adverse conditions, and kind of settled in here. This is called the Long Pond Shelter. Getting a little later now, and I'm starting to think maybe nobody's coming. The people I heard behind me, I'm pretty sure were people who I shared the shelter with last night, and they're pretty strong hikers, so I'm not surprised that maybe they went ahead and decided to go another, I think it's another 4 miles to the next shelter.
So maybe that's where they went tonight. But I'm blessed to be right here. It's dry, and so far I'm here by myself. And I've got my food cooked, which is, look at there. We got some ramens going on with some Spam in there. It's delicious. You should try it. Also, I have a pack of hot sauce I threw in there as well. I got some Fritos flavor twists. These are honey barbecue. I'll get into those. So, yeah, it's gonna be quiet. I wished I had cell service, but don't. So it's gonna limit me on some of the things I can get done while I'm here. But you know, we'll be up and early and out of here tomorrow, and heading into a hostel, and trying to make the best out of that day too. It's gonna be a pretty long day, but I don't think the train's gonna be quite as tough. Today was kind of tough. We had 2 pretty big uphills before we kind of settled out and came down here. So I appreciate y'all joining along, and we'll look forward to catching up with you first thing in the morning.